Hey guys, I'm taking a little video here of how to set up the electronics on this bike. um, this bike, I saw a post the other day on the AF1 forum about a new owner getting the bike, and to him feels it's very sluggish and very low power and low power on the bike, and it feels like if it's taking a while to get going, which it does. Only if you are riding this between 2,000 and 6,000. If you are between 2,000 and 5,000 at any gear, this bike feels very sluggish and it's dragging its feet. And since when we take delivery of this bike, or we pick the bike at the dealer, the salesman or at the dealer, they tell you not to go over 6,000 or 7,000 RPMs at most, and just because of the braking period. And I would suggest to really follow that suggestion on these bikes, because these bikes come very tight with the motors from factory. With new owners taking delivery of this bike, and you are just learning how to ride with throttle by wire, which means that these bikes come with the throttle is connected to a sensor here, and the sensor tells the computer at what rate the throttle bodies have to be open. Anyways, it's not so much of that. It's just that if you riding this, it takes a while to get going. And now that I just passed my first service, I usually run my bike in any gear, which means when I'm riding a second, third, fourth on the highway, I riding between 6 and 9, 10, and that's when she's the happiest. Obviously, if you go higher, it's what would be pulling faster, but then probably be breaking the law. So anyways, I'm just gonna show you how to set up your electronics, because I think new owners, when they get this bike from factory or from the dealer, it comes up with the highest setting on the electronic setup. So just for safety reason, because the bike has so much power, and if you just open the throttle on here on track mapping, you're probably gonna get thrown out to hell. So I think the factory or the dealers give it to you on the highest setting, just to make sure you're not going to get hurt, and you learn your way with the bike with the safety in mind, and then you learn your bike as you go. Anyways, I'm just going to show you how I have it. Okay, so as you can see, I have it with the track mapping. This bike has 3 maps, which are R, and R stands for road mode or road map, and S for sport map, and T for track map. Okay, the road map is restricted throughout. I just read on the manual. You are restricted from the first three gears, first to third. You're getting probably around 50 to 60% of power, and then to the rest of from 4 to 6, you're still restricted to any range on the RPMs. And again, the full 100% power of the bike, and that's on the road map. On the S track, on the S sport map, you are restricted from the first to second gear. I thought I saw a post, somebody explaining that it's restricted for about maybe 75% or 80% of full power, so you're not getting the full power from first to second, but after third to sixth you are I think 100% on the sport on the sport map. On the track map you are full power from first to sixth gear at any range of the RPM range, so you are full on. I just did my first service about 300 miles ago. It shows I have 1200 miles, and now I'm still running the bike. So I have my map on track, but I have it in on a 6 level of traction control. You can go as high as 8, and that will be it. You can add or take off traction control by pushing these plus or negative buttons, and you can do that while riding any time. And now to change your let's say your wheelie control, your ABS, and your launch control, you need to use this switch in order to get to those settings. Alright, so you just need to press to the left once, and that's going to take you to the menu screen. Then you press, and then it's going to take you to the settings, and then just toggle to the left, and then you go to the a-PRC settings, press, and then you'll be at the wheelie, launch, and ABS settings. I have it set up everything at 1 right now. Trying to keep this bike as less restricted as possible. If I go to the track, I'll probably add a little more traction control, or for sure take off the ABS maybe. The launch control cannot be removed, but anyways, I'm just going to show you the wheelie control. It has 3 levels, and that's it. 3 levels of wheelie control, and you can also add or remove by pressing on this button. Add or remove. To take it off, you just gotta press the minus button for a second, and that's disable the wheelie control. Then if you want to go to launch control, you press the toggle button again, back and forth till you get whatever you want to do. To launch control, also press the plus button, and it also has only 3 settings. Taking it off, but launch control cannot be disabled. You can hold all you want, it's not going to take off. Now go to the ABS, same thing. On the toggle switch, you go to left or right. You always usually go to the left to just scroll down. Now to add, I have, you can go add. It's also 3 levels. That's it. 3 settings. 1, 2, 3. Alright, I have it at 1. It also can be removed. As you can see right now, the ABS and the hazard light are running or blinking evenly. If I hold the minus, it's going to be disabled. the ABS light is going to stay on. And while if you disable the ABS and you running the bike, the ABS light is going to be on. But don't worry about it. It just means that you don't know how no ABS setting, no ABS on your brake system. That's all it is. Now if you want to add, put one level of ABS, you just press here again on plus, and now they are even. And even if when you press and they're not even, just shut off your ignition switch and then turn it back on, and then it's gonna be all even. But right now they're even. Okay, I'm gonna go back to wheel control, and that's it. And then press here to mode. Alright, to get off, just press center, and then you're off. And then you exit. You press there. Now you are on the street, on your regular screen. If you want to go to your lap timer, just hold that like that. You got your lap timer here, screen. Good to use by the track. Alright, so now go back to the other screen, odometer 2. You just hold that to the left again. That's the odometer 1 right there. Or you can hold it to the right also. That's odometer 2. Track screen. Alright, now let me show you how to set up your maps. Alright, in order to show how to change the maps, you need to run the bike on. In order to change the maps, you need to press this button for 1 second. And it's going to flash. While it's flashing, you need to press it again. You can change it as long as it's highlighted. And then when it's not highlighted, that means you are in that map. That means that's in the road mode, or rain mode if you want to call that. If you want to get off again and add different map, again just press it, let it highlight, press again, and then I'm in D map. That's all you gotta do. Press, let it highlight, and you press and go to the map that you want. Now I'm engaged on the track map. Alright. If I was at the track and I go to my lap timer, mapping, to change the map there is even easier. You just gotta press once and that's it. You just kinda like just push the button around once, twice, whatever, and it goes. You don't have to wait to get highlighted. That's it. That's how you set up your maps and your a-PRC settings. When I got the bike, all those a-PRC settings were very high. They were on the high level, the 3s. And I just lowered them, you know, as I was learning how to set up the bike. like I say, when I was running the bike, the braking period, you know, I think go over the 6,500 RPMs. So the bike felt sluggish while I was, you know, starting to get from first gear to like 4th, 5th. Once you're at 6, the bike runs better. But if you are in between 5 and 2,000, first, second gear, third gear, the bike is going to be very snail pace bike. Doesn't feel like you're riding a liter bike. Almost feel like you're on a 250. Anyways, guys, that's just a little bit of how to set up your electronics on your bike. Not that difficult. You just got to play around with it and then find the best setting works for you. Put the map you want, put the traction control you want, the wheelie control you want, and all that stuff, and go for a test, come back, set it up, go for another ride, and that's how you learn which are the most comfortable way you'll be in the bike. Alright guys, peace out. I'm about to go for a ride. Ciao.